stuff. We've just been extremely busy with our private lives and work, but we are so happy to be streaming again, and we will be bringing you some absolutely amazing chats coming soon. We're just busy working on.
Yeah, almost 2 weeks, right?
Well, a week and a bit, I think.
A week and a bit.
That's right, week and a bit. So we are doing well. We hope that everybody else is doing well. If you are new to our channel, we are A1 positive to absolutely everything, as long as it fits into nature.
Yeah.
The laws of Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And it's not, we don't go against things. We just say if Mother Nature doesn't allow that to be,
Then no.
Then no. It's simple. It's very, very simple.
Yeah.
So,
Like something against the mother nature. Give authority
right,
for 16 years,
right,
autist girl, give her authority
yes,
to dictate
yes,
what we should do
Mm.
or don't with the environment. Like she knew it's something about. This is against the mother nature.
That's right.
100%.
You know, and you're taking my future. Well, you know, Mother Nature doesn't give a.
She does.
She doesn't give a. She doesn't care. She doesn't care.
16 years old, you don't know which side is the floor. You don't know anything with 16 years old. There is something certainly in your life that you don't know anything 16 years old.
That's right. You know, I mean, I will give her. I will give her 10 out of 10 for her wonderful.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Pleasure, man. Her wonderful attitude that she has to this, you know, the passion that she has for this idea that she has, and that's fine, and that's a good thing, really. She gets 10 out of 10 for that, but at the same time, let me tell you now, young little lady, Mother Nature doesn't care, you know, she doesn't care about you, and doesn't care about us.
Yeah, I think 16 years old, the last thing this person do with 16 years old is think. I don't think she thinks about something. I'm very skeptical about someone with 16 years old think about something and have the idea of the consequences of something or make some complex thought over a so complex subject, especially when, like, she born in Sweden.
Right.
What is her standard for things? What she knows about the world? You know.
And unfortunately, she's now in an environment which is very, very protected. I think, which is probably extremely protected now, and having that environment around you, and gaining that status that she has now. Yeah, she's got the world. She's got a lot of the world's attention.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of the world's attention, but at the same time as well, unfortunately, darling, let me tell you something now. Mother Nature does not care.
And see, she got the attention of the media.
Yeah.
Because I really don't want to believe that reasonable people are giving ears to this kind of speech. You know, it's not. It's really not reasonable. I don't even consider anything. For me, it's just a big marketing move.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's just a big marketing move. I don't consider anything coming for her. Like, I don't give a shit about what she talks, and because you know,
she's getting all of her numbers from scientists anyway, like we all do.
Yeah,
but at the same time as well, it doesn't have any. I don't believe any traction. She talks about so many. If she's speaking about all of these, she gives all these facts. It's like the normal person doesn't understand, doesn't have a clue what you're talking about.
And being very technical, she's a person with Asperger syndrome.
Right.
Asperger. I have worked in my children education degree with this type of autist
right.
children, and there is no possible way no possible way that it's creating and developing those thoughts by herself. It's 100% conducted.
Yes.
I can guarantee you.
I mean, she's got a, you know, she's got a good narrative.
Yeah, of course.
She's got a very
really
very
well
good
made.
she's got a very good narrative that
Very
she's,
emotional.
yeah, very emotional, and it's like, how dare you
Just using
you know, it's
power
not
words,
well, you know,
triggering
well,
words.
that's right, triggering words.
Of order.
That's right. And girl, you're 16-year-old. You don't have words of order. How dare you take my my future? It's, well, hold on, girl. It's not just your fucking future, okay? It's all of our future. Oh, we're not going to be around when you get older. Yes, that is the law of nature. The law of nature says I will probably not be around.
Yeah.
So probably I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But actually I do, because my children's children will be around. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you think I don't give a damn? Of course I give a damn. Okay? Why don't you speak to, right, the people that are in power, the people that do not have children? Those are the unfortunate ones. I'm not pointing finger, but those are the ones that probably will not think of the future. They don't care because they have nothing to worry about in the future.
And for me, if you don't walk in supporting yourself in four limbs and are all day eating grass, and you're really dependent on some very specific environment, I that's what I'm saying. She's not reasonable. What she she could think that she's talking about? I don't see. For me, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. 16 years old, autist, trying to represent some authority, giving some, emotional speeches, and it's just there's a lot of, I don't know, bullshit. It's crap.
It doesn't. It absolutely. It just doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work. It doesn't. Unfortunately, it's relaying to people, and she's using, like you said as well. She's using a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
She's using a lot of emotion, and this emotion
It's all about
drives.
emotion. There's no logics.
That's
There's
right.
No.
I mean, she was giving numbers, and it's like, girl, I don't even know
What
what you.
numbers? Who did make these numbers?
That's right.
You know?
And why? And then why should we? Why should we believe?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah.
We are speaking about the wonderful, lovely Greta Thunberg, and
And it's the eco-fascism thing right now, this wave of, and you see, if I'm not wrong, in one of her written texts, she was like condemning many countries for the pollution and etc., except China.
wow!
Why the hell you wouldn't talk about China?
Wow!
Why the hell?
That's a good one.
Why not?
Wow!
Should talk, So, like I said, I don't consider. For me, it's nothing. It's
That's
just
a
a
no-brainer.
children with lights on her and cameras on her. Just some autistic child with bad parents. That
She's
her
a-
parents should be taking more care.
Well, the parent,
Huh?
they said to her on the interview. I don't know if this is true or not. They said, "What do you think of?" They asked her, "What is it? What do you think your parents think of you? Do your parents want?"
Hello,
She says,
people.
"And I don't care about my parents.
Yeah.
I don't care about my parents." It's like a 16-year-old. She doesn't care about her parents. Well, either she's got too much money, okay, because it's like, who puts a fruit?
106 viewers. It's some Twitch bomb stuff. It's like 16 years old. Like I said, you don't know which side is the floor.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's starting with this ecofascism and those sponsored
Yeah.
narratives, those things.
But that's
Yeah.
but that's seriously interesting, Kanmo, that they actually have,
People,
That
make
they-
yourself at home.
she's complained to many countries about certain things, but she hasn't complained at all to China about the pollution. She hasn't complained to China about the pollution, but she's complained to all the other countries. It means what? She doesn't know, or the people that are sponsoring her, I'm jumping to conclusions, but the people that are sponsoring her have good trade relations and they don't want to break these trade relations.
Yeah, it's not even jumping to conclusions. Everyone with two eyes
Yes.
and a good sight can see it's not jumping to anything. It's just
Right.
very obvious.
She has too much money. That's why she doesn't care about her parents. Yep, I completely agree.
100%.
What are we talking about? We're talking about the wonderful
Greta
Thunberg
Thunberg.
or Turnberg
The autistic girl that everyone it's now.
is raving about, and you've got to join the club, or otherwise you're going to be the out person kind of thing. It's fucking. It's like, I'm not against the child. Okay?
16 years old. What you know about life? 16 years old, about wank?
Yeah, that's right. It's like,
About what?
and what you,
Yeah.
because you've got a cell phone in your pocket, you're able to reach the rest of the world and believe every single point and fact that the people throw at you. It's like, come on, you know, the child is 16 years
Yeah,
old.
everyone gonna die because she said so. Fuck this.
That's
It's
right.
So
You know, and the people are getting extinct. Well, all right. What if we say that 50%
okay,
of the,
fine.
okay.
You know,
It's
fuck
going to
off.
be extinct. All right. If you're going to be extinct, why don't you jump on the bandwagon of all the endangered animals in Brazil, all the endangered animals in Africa? Okay, let's speak about Africa. I'm from Africa. Okay. Why doesn't she jump and say all these things are going to be extinct? What about the fucking
the people in Africa getting killed over?
getting killed all the fucking time? The animals getting killed all the time. They're killing one another and they're killing the animals as well, and nothing is coming of it. Why don't you talk about that if you've got so much?
Because it
speed?
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right.
No one cares about African barbecue.
That's right. Nobody
Let
cares
people
about African
burn.
barbecue. They always keep worrying about your damn like Brazil barbecue.
Yeah. Oh, Brazil barbecue is really good.
And it's always a Brazil barbecue.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody. Nice milk tea.
Yeah. And you know, I keep seeing the face of this girl who is like, I don't know, a mix of Miley Cyrus and Keanu Reeves, and people like, oh my God, she's fantastic, and she comes like to the because you're destroying my future. Come on.
I'm not destroying your future, honey. I'm
Come
not
on.
destroying your future.
A girl from Sweden. From Sweden.
Why don't you go and speak about your own country's problems? Because you've got.
Go to fucking Sierra Leone. Go to Liberia.
Oh.
What do you think? And then we talk.
About the real world.
about the real world, the round reality.
That's right. Or what about if a volcano blows up? A volcano
Throw
blows
her
up.
inside.
That's right. If one volcano like blows up, then it pumps enough CO2 into the air to reset.
The future is already destroyed by the boomers. Yeah, 100%.
You know, they do not have enough in-depth data and actual factual stuff that they've seen with their own eyes. They all believe all the stuff that they just see. It's, come on, have you heard it? Have you seen it? Have you smelt it? Have you tasted it? Have you experienced it firsthand? And if you haven't, how is it possible that you know if you haven't had people on the ground telling you exactly the way it is? And not people that are being paid either. Like, not being paid. Because that is the one which is real.
She's just a result of bad media and bad parenting. Period.
Because seriously, a 16-year-old, it's like...
Autistic. 16 years old. Got to say it's autistic. Why should us, the floor of the factory,
Yeah.
because we are the floor of the factory. We take buses,
That's
trains,
what we
put
relate
the
to.
blocks, put
That's
the
right.
bricks, build the things. Why the hell should I listen a 16 years autistic old girl who don't know which side is the floor? Again, she don't know.
It's not like us making fun or being.
No, it is too.
Yeah, well,
It is too.
that's
Gotta
right.
make fun.
Well, when a girl is 16 like that, it's not. It's just your experience. Unfortunately, young lady, is a good couple of years less than older people, and not that the older people are more clever, whatever the case is, or more stupid. But girl, you've still got to learn a lot more. Seriously.
So why do you not want the world to be a better place? Is it what
No.
do you that
We-
we continue towards a destructive path? Tell me why it's so bad to want better things. Man, it's not about this. It's about listening to 16 years old autistic girls that she had some authority in what she's talking about. She's
That's
just
right.
saying the obvious things and the media it's with the lenses on her. That's it. That's it.
That's right. She has a spotlight on her, and the
it's
whole
all.
world believes.
It's like a note in a newspaper.
And that's right. A note inside a newspaper. Yeah,
It's
the little.
full of
The,
nothing.
the advertisements that you find inside a newspaper, what's the first thing you do? You chuck them away, man. Well, that's what you
Who
do.
wants who cares about her age? I care, of course.
Of course.
16 years old girl.
What, you're going to listen to a 16-year-old?
She wants a better future. How is that bad? No, it's not that bad. It's about the age, and it's ridiculous. If you are a bit, just a bit reasonable, you shouldn't give a damn about it.
Because, Mother Nature doesn't care.
Age says all. Yeah, of course it says all. Yeah.
It's we're not, it's why should we believe? Give me one good reason why we have to listen to this child. Sorry.
There's no-
While we have to listen to this child who is pushing an agenda, but it's not just her. There's people that are backing her. There are people that are backing her because
which are earning
that's right, which are making money as well. It's all about money.
while we are getting fucked every day by taxes and everything else.
It's all about money. It's all about money. That's what it is. They
so
are
if
backing
an
it.
80 years old says the same exact thing, that's make it better. What's the difference? A lot of difference, my friend. 80 years. Be reasonable. Look what you're talking about. I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. Go away. Go back to your mommy. Go back to your mom. Don't wanna listen.
Or maybe if okay, whoever you sorry, we're not what's if you're 80-year-old, what is your name? Snooze Bead or what's it?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Saying the same thing is the same thing. Yeah, whatever. It's just
Well, this,
making it special for some stupid propaganda
that's right.
reason,
And for us
Fuck
to
off.
well, put it this way, because a 16-year-old says it, the rest of the world has got to listen, or because an 80-year-old says it, the world has got to listen. And on normal standards, usually the person that has a little bit more experience probably
You
wanna
literally
listen.
said to throw a child into a volcano. If you don't know what is sarcasm, go back to your mommy. Go to your mommy lap. Go to your mommy. Bye. Go back. Bye.
Well, I think
Don't need you.
okay. I think we should explain now that you sort of listening to us. You got to understand our ideology, okay? And Kanmo and on, our ideology is really really simple. We believe that there's three things that are extremely important in life, and the first one is
Time,
your time,
energy.
energy,
Third,
and the third one is your resources. Conmo's going to elaborate on it, but time is something that we are given. It is literally a blessing of sorts that we are given this most
Yeah.
valuable thing.
they talking about sarcasm.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
annoying. Like explain a joke when you
No,
need
okay, but
to explain
so
sarcasm.
just
Fuck
have,
off.
or just have time to listen.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. Or
Ju-
stay there.
Or stay, right? Stay or just listen. Okay, listen the way that we think, and then you may understand why we think the way that we do and say the things that we say that we do. Okay, we believe that Mother Nature is almighty.
Yeah,
We believe
100%.
100% that Mother Nature is almighty, not the laws that human beings have made. We believe that Mother Nature is almighty and she's not prejudiced. She gives us time. Okay? We have energy to use this time, and we have our resources.
Who are consequences of our time and energy. We produce our resources.
That's right.
And on this gap, you have two choices. When you create your resources, you can have the choice to make good resources or bad resources. What I mean, bad decisions and good decisions.
Yes.
Depending on your decision, you're gonna create your resource who gonna be good or bad, who gonna affect directly again in your time and energy, and then you start the cycle in your life. That's why the name of the channel is positive. Have positive. When you get the positive approach, you create a positive mindset, which is not emulating positive actions. You really create in yourself the positive mentality.
Yes.
You know, you're not forcing yourself to reproduce. Let's be nice. Let's be positive. No. You naturally develop this.
That's right. And you know, if you surround yourself with really positive people, you know, if you surround yourself with positive people, you become a positive person in yourself as well. If you know, if you surround yourself with
No, we're not twins.
no, we're not twins.
No.
We could have been, but so we look at this time, your energy, and your resources as being the three pillars or foundations for making a balanced lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you've got to add on a couple more things, and I always like to say the word please. Please, I believe, is a very important word. And then please doesn't come by itself. It doesn't exist by itself. When you use the word please, you always have to say the word thank you as well.
Yeah.
And then when you have the word thank you as well, and if by any chance you've made a mistake with something, you apologize and you say sorry.
99 of Twitch is negative. After many years, we will make you negative. My friend, I'm too busy to be negative.
No. It's. I'll tell you. There's negativeness. Sorry, doesn't compute.
No, it
Doesn't compute, and we try to, Karma and myself, we try to really promote positiveness.
Did you guys got some new haircut? Man, I'm bald.
Well, whatever. I mean,
Go
if you're listening carefully. So anyway, so we say your time, your energy, your resources. We say please. We say thank you. We say sorry. Right? You don't have to believe in what we believe in, because this is our belief.
Don't do it.
You don't have to believe. I don't have to believe your belief either. I don't believe
See for
Greta's.
yourself.
I don't believe Greta's way of thinking. I don't believe in it. Okay, that's my personal thing. I didn't ask you to believe in us. You don't have to believe in us. But one thing, 100%, is you will go a lot further using please, using thank you,
Yeah.
and if you make a mistake, sorry, than being a really negative person against it. Why do you want to try and change a person? You're not that person.
Yeah.
If the person wants to use drugs and the person wants to use alcohol, drugs, okay, and alcohol, okay, let them use drugs and alcohol, as long as it's not affecting you.
You hate a 16-year-old girl. Man, I don't hate anyone. We love everyone. We love everyone. I dislike and I don't consider her speech, and I don't think it's reasonable. People think it is reasonable. Let me reformulate what they said. It is very obvious.
Yes.
And I just don't want people getting emotional over so serious things that I really dislike when things are moved by emotion, because when you are under emotion, you can't be logic.
You cannot be.
And when you are emotional, you can do the most stupid things that we can even imagine.
That's right. It's really terrible. So really, using your time, your energy, your resources. Say please. Say thank you.
Alcohol can cause climate change. Not saying thank you to Mother Nature causes 2 hurricanes every year.
Yeah, but we get tons of typhoons coming through here in Tokyo. So we understand how devastating that can be. But they say climate change, this and the next thing. Well,
it's been changing.
It's
and
changing all the
fucking
time.
Planet get warmer. We'll have more food. We'll have more food.
All right. In the Ice Age, was there enough? Did they have enough food? No.
Yeah.
What happens to animals in winter when they can't find food below the snow? They start eating the tree bark. And when they start eating the tree bark, what does that do? Okay? But if the world was warmer...
Everyone is ignoring the fact that emotion is the only way that real change can happen.
No,
not the
not.
good one.
No ways. Mother Nature is not emotional. Mother Nature is not emotional. Do you understand
you think
that?
people are really going to listen to facts? No, only money.
But,
Thank you.
No.
Right.
But you're right. You're right.
It's the cultural war.
That's right. It's a cultural war. You've got to move a person's emotions to make a person believe in what you say. like Kanmore says, and what I say as well, you don't need to believe in what we say. But Mother Nature doesn't care about your feelings. Mother Nature doesn't care if you're good. Mother Nature doesn't care if you're bad. She will keep living on. Whether all of us humans die and all the animals die and the whole planet dies, Mother Nature will still keep going on. Do you understand that, everybody? That is a fact. That's not emotional. That's a fact. Oh, come on, think about it. We're not against you. Mother Nature's not even against you. Okay? Think about it. You talk about facts. Facts are gonna save us? No. I didn't say facts are gonna save us. I'm saying emotions help nothing. Help absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give an example now. Hong Kong. Let's give an example. Come on.
Yeah.
Hong Kong. You've got these kids, okay, demonstrating against the police. Okay? So basically you've got kindergarten trying to play against Major League fucking baseball. Okay? Who's going to win? Okay, who are you going to bet your money on? Well, the fact says to me that the baseball player is probably going to win the game over the kindergarten kids. You've got these young kids trying to fight the police, which are professionals. They have been trained for the job. Okay? Mother Nature says to me that the trained people are going to beat the hell out of the kids. But you've got these kids which are so emotional about the whole situation, the emotions don't give a shit.
And it's not a matter of we should embrace China. No, I'm very pro Hong Kong independence, but let's face the reality. It's impossible. The effort that the people
It's
from
hard.
Hong Kong the effort they are doing resisting.
Yeah.
It's something like a sardine trying to push a whale. Never gonna happen. It's just a matter of time.
That's a good example.
It's just a matter of time.
That is excellent, man.
And
A sardine cannot push the whale.
it's not about accept. It's a fact. If we think in 90s when I think it was in the end of 80s and beginning of 90s. No, beginning of 90s when Hong Kong came back to China.
Right.
And Hong Kong was like a big part of China year budget.
That's right.
And with time, China entered on that hybrid regime between a communist government and a voracious capitalist economy for outside.
Yep.
And then Hong Kong start to reduce the like.
Business flow.
Hong Kong was not relevant anymore.
That's right.
Just Shenzhen and Beijing and Shanghai got rich, much richer than Hong Kong. And now that Hong Kong is not more that important, let's just make it like Crimea, like Russia did. Let's just
take it on.
It's from 2030, if I'm not wrong. The deal. Then Hong Kong gonna.
That's right.
Gonna
2030.
Be again.
That's right.
Yeah.
But really,
let's just make it more fast. They have power for this. Who gonna say no? The students.
And let me tell you something now. The reality, and I'm not even going to say the word sad because I don't want to use emotions inside. I'm going to use facts. China doesn't need to fire one bullet.
Of course.
They just need to arrive.
Yeah.
Numbers, people. That is a fact. That if they arrive in numbers, they don't need to fire one bullet, and they will take the whole of Hong Kong back. Is that in their interest? Is that not in their interest? I don't know. That's mainland China's government.
They have the option to fall fighting.
That's right.
Gonna be romantic.
Yeah.
Gonna be beautiful, artistic, but
you can't fight. You get these young kids which are wasting their time, their energy, and the little resources that they have fighting against professional policemen with padding, batons, the whole works. How are you going to win? And using your energy for this, what is it going to gain? What, world media? World media if you're giving the world fucking media something, okay, money or whatever the case is, people will turn their head and listen to you. Otherwise, if not, no ways.
And the China
works on money, people. Money.
Money, and China have much money as they can print.
They have enough money as they can print people. Did you hear that again?
They are a communist government. They don't
can just
fucking care about the real numbers. They just keep printing money.
That's what
That's
it is.
That's it.
And that's a fact to our wonderful friends, which are going to speak to us about. And you are friends, even if you disagree with us. We believe
Yeah,
you're
we
all
love
friends.
everyone.
Really?
Love
We're not
We
against.
love everyone.
We're not against.
Let me just read a bit the comments.
Oh, yes.
All youth I see is
Amber, we've
wasting
got
their
Amber.
money,
Thanks, Amber.
Most of the time without realizing what they could really contribute with their energy. 100%.
You see, that's
It's
why.
very obvious. It's a common sense.
You know, that's what Karma and myself, we keep on saying to you, use your time correctly, use your energy correctly, and use your resources correctly. And always be polite, always say please, thank you, and if you've made a mistake, you say sorry. You have these things. Trust me, people, you will go way further.
And about Hong Kong, it's when they get back Hong Kong, it's just a matter of time to they target Taiwan.
Oh yeah, that's
Just
right.
a matter of time.
Yeah,
Just a
they're
matter of
they're
time.
going to be they're going for Taiwan, absolutely.
Yeah,
You know, like
just a matter of time.
I was speaking to a couple of people from Hong Kong that were very passionate about, you know, oh, we are going to, you know, we want the whole world to know, and we're showing and we're going out every weekend and demonstrating and that. And I said, I just said, and I said, you know, how you demonstrating? Oh, you know, peacefully and that. I said, well, I think you're doing it wrong. So then looked at me and said, well, what do you mean doing it wrong? So I said, well, if they have fire, how will you fight fire if you not using fire? It's you don't fight fire with water. You fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
And if that's not the case, then I'm betting on China, because I think China's going to, unfortunately, this is unfortunate, okay? Because, you know, Hong Kong, we want to sort of keep as a looking, and the Hong Kong people, they want to keep it as a sovereign state, you know, or a peaceful state, and we don't want, you know, this to be affected or
Mother
whatever.
Nature, please don't kill off the human race, because deniers like these would rather sit back and complain about children who want a better world. Thank you.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We
We
forgive
love
you.
you.
We forgive you.
We love you very much,
We
my friend.
absolutely forgive
And
you.
you're welcome to
That's
follow
right.
us.
That's right. You're welcome to follow
Yeah.
us, because it's not. We don't just. We absolutely do not go against or negative. We are extremely positive, and that is our. That's the name of our channel
I
as
said
well.
please and thank you. Thank you.
That's it. That's what it is. It's please and thank you. You feel good, man. You feel so good when you say please. You
Yeah.
say so good when it's thank you. And if you make a mistake, you say sorry. You know, we don't know. Everybody's got different cultures. You know, different languages. And you know, when you make a mistake, it's you know, sorry. It's not. Oh, I really apologize. Whatever. It's these
You
small
don't.
little
You
things.
don't. You don't. You, this is so stupid. Nah, I don't even why. I don't know why I'm saying.
Please.
People say sorry about their opinion. Why
Never.
why would opinion would offend me? Why would get that emotional?
Never.
It's
We want to hear your opinions,
Please,
everybody. Like,
say
seriously,
whatever.
really want to hear your opinions. We want to know what's happening in your countries, around the world. You know, because every single country in the world has got, you know, certain criteria, certain things that are happening, certain things that are against. You know, so many things. We're talking about. And, you know, coming back to old wonderful Greta, I'm not going to speak about her, but I'm going to speak about Tokyo. We, Karamo and I, we live in Tokyo and have for some time. And just recently, there is a movement. There is a movement of about almost 40 organizations going against Tokyo Olympics. I'm going to tell you that again. We have the Olympic Games, the Summer Olympic Games, in a year's time, and there is already almost 40 organizations against the Olympic Games. Now, what the against part is not just the Olympic Games. They have gone and written up a petition, and they have gone and sent it to the chairman of the AOC Olympic or OAC, sorry,
Whatever,
all right, committee. I mean, whatever. I mean, he got money. He got money anyway, all right, and that's a fact. We know that. Sent a letter to him saying that Japan has to reduce their burning of fossil fuels.
It's not green enough.
It's not green enough. All right, let me tell you, all you other organizations around the world, okay? You, besides Russia, have not experienced, excuse me, I'm going to swear on this one, to say fucking Fukushima meltdown of not one
Meltdown.
nuclear plants. If you have not experienced this, you do not have a fucking say. I've fucking experienced it. He's experienced it as well. You cannot say that we cannot burn coal when the whole world has said how dangerous nuclear power is. How you've gone and cut all the nuclear power.
Energy source.
One of the safest, but fine. That's for another channel. That you say that Tokyo can't burn more coal to light up the Olympic Games, and there is more than 40 organizations against Japan burning coal. It is absolute bullshit. It is bullshit. And then they come and they speak about clean energy. Excuse me, wind power is shit. Solar power is crap. Okay? Germany has increased their burning of coal by almost five levels up the burning of coal. Their eco-friendly system has gone so bad in the last fucking 3 words. And they, the guys that are leading in the front trying to say, oh, we must reduce our emission gases. They're burning more fucking coal than ever. So don't come to fucking us here in Tokyo and say to us, oh, you got to reduce your emission gases. Okay? You haven't experienced
I want
Fukushima.
to fart.
Okay. Japan has experienced major nuclear meltdown. Okay? Not your countries. And if your country hasn't, you have no fucking say. And that's when I'll use Greta's words. How dare you?
They asking if we come from old money or new money. Old money, it's like
I come from my own money.
man.
My own money.
I born and raised in Brazilian favela. You know what it's about?
No, I don't think they do.
No, I don't think they do.
I don't think they do. Do you know what a favela is? Is there anybody over
Whatever.
there? Okay.
Whatever. No.
Right.
We're not from rich.
I totally see these guys self-made.
Yeah.
Amber, we love you. And Amber, by the way, is that female?
Yeah, shithole, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, Shitol, there we go. Thank you very much. So now that you understand, I come from South Africa. Yes, I grew up in the apartheid.
You are racist.
I'm a racist.
You are white and African.
I'm white and I'm African.
You are automatically racist.
I'm automatically racist. Isn't that just nanka fucking funny? You guys self-made? I think from all of the hard work that we've done, yes, we are self-made, 100%. And what you see is what you get. I am real, 100%, and Karamo is real. So, coming to our wonderful friend's comments, okay? And Amber, I am racist too, and what?
No, just talking.
To extent to be honest.
Female, fortunately or unfortunately, sarcasm. What's your story? Then gets how you come up in this world.
From ground zero.
Yeah, ground zero, man. I born with time, energy, and resources, and I did use my energy to do good choices, and started again and again and again and again.
That's what it is. And as long as you be polite to the people around you.
I'm Karamo.
And I'm on. Karamo and on.
Yeah.
Brazil and South Africa.
South Africa. Yeah.
This is where we are.
Please, people who like or dislike us, please consider to follow. Let's have an honest conversation.
That's all we want.
We
Just
are
honest.
like I like to say, we are the floor of the factory. We are the workers. We are the workers class.
Yeah,
we put the bricks.
That's
we
right.
Put the bricks. You know. Now let's just talk, be honest, cut to the bullshit.
That's right. You know, and even your opinions, like we always say, and we promote as well to all of you, you don't have to agree with us. We are not here to convert you. We are here to make you, to explain to you the way that we think and we approach life. And we believe that the way that we do it, you will become probably a happier person, a more positive person in what you do. We have had a couple of people on our very, very short time that we've been doing our channel that have absolutely really, really enjoyed our channel. And because we speak honestly. because we absolutely speak honesty, and we really appreciate your pros and your cons and your agree and your disagree for everything.
Yeah.
We are not here to gain points at all. We are not here to get kudos. Whatever the case
It's
is,
just
honest
don't
conversation.
be
That's
an
all.
idiot.
That's
Don't-
right.
Just don't talking things like I'm horny. Go to back to mommy. And we just want to have a honest conversation.
Honest conversation. That's it. You guys are workers. Absolutely, holy shit. I wouldn't think that. I'm in actual physical labor and working places. From America, individual from America. Good. No, I'm in absolutely working class, 100%.
Working class, my friend.
Working class, crumbs, bread. You know, the crumbs of the. I'm not shoveling coal. I have shoveled coal actually in my life before. I have. I've shoveled coal,
Oh.
and it wasn't for fun. It was for
I
making money.
started to work cleaning shoes.
Aha!
Cleaning shoes.
I think the first job. What did I do? The first job. Then
That's it. It's how I start.
Washing cars maybe. I think washing cars. That's what was me. Anyway, coming back to our subject. Coming back to our subject of this wonderful cleaning up the world. But you know, does the world care?
No.
Of course not. The world doesn't care. The planet does not care if we destroy it. The planet doesn't care. I'm not saying destroy the planet. Don't get me wrong. I want a better life for my kids.
It's very simple. People have emotions. The planet doesn't. What can happen with the planet from our actions are consequences. If
That's it.
happen.
That's right.
The world does. The modern nature doesn't have emotions. Just gonna act accordingly. If have some changes caused by humans, not by fantasies. Okay,
Right.
if it's not something natural, it's
Yeah.
it's really caused by humans.
Yes.
Oh my God! You got to be very reasonable to try to
So digest the
yeah,
reality.
yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't digest very
the
well.
world, the planet don't have emotions. If happens something because of the human intervention,
Right.
gonna happen. That's it.
That's right. You know, I mean, you know, the worst one is when
Nature.
you know,
It's not
you know, but you know,
prejudice.
but I laughed. She's up in the house, you know, in the UN or Congress, and the people say the world is attacking back. You know, it's like,
Attacking back. Fuck off.
excuse me, you mean to tell me
Only
that
Star Wars
you mean to
strikes
tell
back.
me, dude, that or girl, that you are a person in position and you're giving emotions and a character to Mother Nature? It's ridiculous.
I'm successful in everything that I do. I'm healthy. My daughters are healthy. My wife is healthy. My friend is healthy.
That's
my
it.
family, everyone is healthy. We have time, energy, and resources to do it again and again and again and again if something goes wrong.
And we forgive stupid people as well,
yeah,
because without stupid people we would never succeed.
yeah.
Never. But I'll tell you where it does come from. It comes from a lot of hard work. That's what it is.
Hard work.
Hard work. It's hard work. You just got to keep on working it all the time.
Hard work.
And we have time, and if we've got energy, we might as well make the resources as well to get everything going.
The problem with this click generation, the anxiety generation, who wants everything on the click. It's like
click.
a finger masturbation clicking, right? They want everything now, and warm, gotta be warm, can't be cold. They want everything right now, you know. They get so anxious. It's like they don't want time. They don't have time to digest, you know. And
But sometimes you can't run from retardation.
yeah,
That's why.
but
if you
that's
can't
fine.
run, no, that's fine.
That's fine.
But that's why we always say as well, you can't run from stupid people, retardation.
And that's fine.
Well, what you can do is, two things. One, try and not associate yourself with. If by any chance you have to, you should go home at night and say, I forgive that person, because if that person wasn't around, I would probably not succeed.
Yeah.
That's what the positive way of looking at it.
And there is nothing wrong in you forgive someone. You know,
No.
you're not putting yourself low, or because think when you forgive, it's always superior than you stay with the anger, which is something who
It stays
only
with
gonna
you.
damage you keeping something who it's not even close to productive for you.
That's right.
You know?
You know-
So forgive. Put your ego aside. Put your ego in the back seat. Stop to projecting yourself in wanting from people. Start to give. Life is so much more about to give than receive.
Absolutely. You know, Karma and myself, we promote these three things of the please, thank you, sorry. You know, you've got to make yourself presentable. That's why I always say soap and water is always a good thing for making yourself presentable. But when you say please and thank you, when last, you know, you've got to say to yourself now, when last did you use the word please and said thank you? Or when you said welcome? And did that make you feel good?
Go for it, Amber.
That's right. And did that make you feel good or did that make you feel bad?
I'm retarded. Me too, Ciotto. A bit. I'm a bit too.
It's
Rufus.
it's the please, the thank you, and the sorry, and these three things as well, which make us a more friendly human being. And this is what Karma and myself we promote extremely on our channel.
And when people say like, but Paul, those guys talking about this, thank you, sorry, or please.
Yeah, but
this
when
is
did you do it?
This is fucking annoying. But when did you
do it?
When did you do it? I know it's annoying.
When
Of
did you
course.
do it, or when
Of
did you
course
receive it? Okay.
You know.
So you've just got to think of it as being salt and pepper. You're going to be using a salt and pepper. So it's always please, thank you, please, thank you. You make a mistake, I'm sorry. That's all it is. It's really simple. It's really simple. But when last did you do it, or when last did you receive it?
Yeah.
And what did it make you feel? Isn't it a great feeling when you say to the person, "Oh, you're welcome," you know?
That's
Well, thank you for coming.
One interesting thing that we said in on our last streams, create your own traditions.
Yes, very important.
To create your own discipline. Or what do you mean to create my own traditions? It's to put your mind in a way to have a positive mindset, not emulate positivity, not to emulate good actions. You create a positive mindset.
Right.
Create your traditions. What I mean about it, start small. Don't think big on this. If you want to change from inside to outside, not from outside to inside, start small. Make your bed. Take care of yourself. Eat properly. Respect your parents. Respect your relatives. Say good morning. Say thank you. You know, start. But this is so obvious. I know it's fucking obvious. I know it is. But what is the problem to do those things? There's no problem. You're not being diminished. Like you're not becoming smaller or something less. Or no, I don't need to do. No, you fucking need. You should start. You should start. We should stop to live in the future, thinking in the future, and start to think on the present. The life is made of many presents. It's
right.
a constant present. So start now. Why not? Why not?
You know.
Why not?
You know, Karma and myself, where we met in a park. We met in a park.
Marijuana is positive. Depends.
Well, you know, I mean, if
Just don't cause problems to anyone around
that's right.
you.
Okay, so I'll explain some other wonderful rules as well that we have. A very simple one. Okay, so we say please, thank you, sorry. We say soap and water. You need soap to clean yourself, and you need water to rinse yourself off to make yourself presentable before you enter into a person's house. The last rule which we have is a very Japanese rule, and we think it is an extremely important rule. And this rule is that do anything that you want to do, as long as you're not making a problem for the people that are around
Welcome
you.
back, Amber.
And you're not making that you're not making a problem for the people around you. So do whatever you want to. So the person says, you like marijuana.
No, marijuana is positive.
Marijuana is positive.
Like
as long as you
don't make problem to
problem for the people around you, then freaking do it. That's what makes you happy. Then do it.
The guy, he's curious about what we do to make money.
Work.
Yeah. Arne, first of all, Arne is on the restaurant business many years.
Yes.
And I'm a photographer, but I worked before in special forces in Brazil, and then I quit.
That's right. He had Karma did a lot of interesting things.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting things.
Yeah.
And I run a very, very high-end restaurant here in Tokyo.
Yeah.
So, single or straight answer, work. Simple and straight answer, work. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is. It's just work. That's what it is, Amber. It is just hard work, man. Just keep work. Non-aggression principle.
It's American politics, and it's the basis of for libertarian principles. Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Coming to visit your restaurant one day.
Please, you're welcome. Absolutely welcome. We'll take you around Tokyo.
Yeah.
We will take you around Tokyo.
Fantastic.
Absolutely come. And trust me, you know, we want you. We really want. We're not here to convert people. We are here just to give you the way that we think about things, and we want to encourage every single person positive.
It's not about convert anyone. I just
No.
want people to dare to make questions.
Yes.
To do questions to themselves. Why not? Why I don't start this? Why I don't start to become someone more positive? Why I don't start to give more than wanting to receive? Why not? What you have to lose? Your ego? My friend, your ego is nothing.
Nothing.
It's absolutely nothing.
Mother
you know?
Nature doesn't care about your ego.
Yeah. So
She cares nothing. Zero.
it's so much interesting. You have so much to win and to learn when you give more, when you start to be more genuine, and you feel yourself more connected to the nature, to the people, and you start to feel the pure love.
Yeah.
The love, the nature love, when you love everyone. Because if you don't love everyone, you love no one. Because love is not selfish.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, I was just saying, I was thinking about it when I was coming here, and I'm knowing that I'm going to be doing live streaming with Conmore, and Conmore and I, we really look forward to streaming together, and it gave me such a good feeling, you know, that I know that I'm meeting my best buddy over here, and we're going to be speaking about really a lot of positive things, and we hope that our small little message will be given to some people. And as Conmore says, it starts with one small thing every day.
Yeah.
One small thing. It's not a big thing. And stop living in the future. Do it now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
That's when you've got to do it.
Yeah. If you want to increase your luck, start.
Luck. I got the perfect one for luck. So there was a famous South African golfer called Gary Player. Very, he was a world famous guy. He was probably one of the best ambassadors for golf in the world. And he was doing a really difficult putt. And I believe the words were like this. And he went and he putted the ball in. And everybody cheered, but there was one person in the auditorium, in the people watching, and the person says, that's just luck. That's just lucky, you know. And he heard it. And he walked up to the person and he said, you are completely correct. He said, it is luck. He said, the harder I practice, the luckier I become. World champion. World champion, not once, many times. Okay. The harder you practice, the luckier you become. If you want luck, okay, this is how luck works. How can I win the lottery? Well, got to get off your ass. You've got to take your money. You've got to go down to the store, buy a lottery ticket, stick it on your table or somewhere safe, and hope that you win the lottery. Then your luck has increased.
Anyone who has an ego hasn't fully realized that their entire existence, success, health, life is fully dependent on something so much more lowly and simple than everyone, the earth itself.
Yeah. They've got an interesting sort of like little saying here in Japan. They say that, a person of ego, or a person that if you're throwing something at somebody, then basically it's like you're spitting straight up. So when you spit straight up, the probability if you're spitting onto people and doing bad to people, that spit's going to come back and hit you in the face. So, it's not about karma, or anything like that. It's about Mother Nature says if what you do to some people, it's going to return to you.
Yeah, and it
will return.
When also it's important to put to people, like, when we say love everyone, it's not like accept everything from everyone. No. Don't be intellectually dishonest. It's not about this. we should be very very careful
Yeah, naive. Well,
to the
careful,
modern nature. We know what is right, what is wrong. We know the grass is green,
Yes.
and it's not because someone did something bad that we should hate. I'm not being extreme. I'm not putting on extremes. Okay,
But just
I'm
just
being very
understanding
reasonable.
understanding the
Just-
differences.
yeah.
Right.
You shouldn't hate. It's something like when we have a child. Who have a child, we will understand what I'm talking about. We say many times to the child, "Don't do this, don't do this," and when the child do, it's not the child was not obedient, but we're gonna hate the child. No, we love the child. What we just disapprove what they did. So you know, people are so much about receive.
Yes, it's always receive.
It's always about
too much receive.
receive. And what the hell are you gonna do with all this? What the hell are you gonna do with all this? Nothing. So give, have patience. When you love everyone, you feel the perfect love. You are more patient. You are more productive. You are more friendly. You attract better things for you. And if the hardships of life come, which will come, 100%, you're gonna be more prepared. You know. Let me just read. So you saved all your money and opened up and high restaurant all by itself. Down, that's amazing, my friend.
No,
Don't jump
no,
off
no,
on
no.
the conclusions. No,
So
no, no.
so no
It's
no.
not about business. This channel.
Sorry, it's not business.
Yeah.
It's not business. Somebody was asking what we do, and we just
Yeah,
told
yeah.
them what we do. That's
Yeah.
all. That's what we do. It's not. That's not my restaurant, not my brand. I run the place.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's like you were just saying, Cardamore. It's really we don't want to take. It's not taking or receiving anything because nothing in life is free. But when you give something, it's always just an absolute wonderful feeling when you see the person. Not always, because not everybody can say thank you. I was
Nothing is free.
and nothing is free. I was in a meeting a person for the first time that I was introduced to, and met the person, went and bought the person a cafe au lait or whatever it was, coffee, and chat like that, and didn't receive one thank you. Didn't no thank you letter, no nothing, just boom. And I just said to myself, it's okay.
That's fine.
It's okay. I forgive that
It's fine.
person because that person unfortunately is not the same level as me, and I will not associate myself no longer, unfortunately, with that kind with those kind of people, because it's a little bit sad for me because I really enjoy. It's not what I aim to. It's not what I want all the time.
We should.
But
We
but
shouldn't
but
create
when you-
expectations.
That's
on
right,
people.
that's
This is
right.
a big mistake.
That's right.
We projecting ourselves on someone else. It's a mistake.
That's right.
It's a mistake.
That's
we
right.
We shouldn't do this. We avoid many problems not doing this.
That's right. And not everybody's from the same piece of cloth as us.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, can you imagine? He's from Brazil. I'm from South Africa. But the way that the way that we were brought up, our moral values are so similar, so similar. We think differently, but our moral values are the same, and that is why we really link very, very well. And I think these are the kind of people that you need to surround yourself with.
I'm a terrible influence for people.
Oh,
No, I don't worth a penny.
well, but it's a case of, as Cardamore says, it's a case of giving.
Yeah.
It's give something.
It's all about giving.
That's all it is.
So, because coffins don't have drawers.
Coffins don't have drawers.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
No. So
I
what the hell you gonna do? Keep receiving. Or you will need a coffin the size like a.
The coffin doesn't have any drawers, so there's
You know?
nothing to,
No.
to give anything
Yeah.
or receive or to pack
And
anything
it's
away.
very simple. Under promise, over deliver.
Yep.
Don't create expectations on people. You trapping yourself in someone else. Why would you do this? Give. If comes back, fantastic, amazing.
That's
it. That's the reward. If doesn't come back, okay, the message was spread. Relax. Don't be on the click generation. Oh my
Click,
God, it's everything. I want to know. I want to know.
warm. I wanted warm.
People are like a huge huge, shallow lake. You know, stop, calm down, sit, talk. You know, be reasonable. Don't expect much. Give more.
Keep click, 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 click. Hot. I wanted hot. The hot click.
Click and warm, click and warm, click and warm. Yeah,
That's all it is.
yeah.
What?
What inspiration or source do you guys think your moral values are delivered from? My
Mother Na-
friend, Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
I myself, I'm Christian, and this is a very important, very important. It's the most important part of my life, but I'm not those annoying Christians. But you're gonna start to preach. No. I talk about Christianity when people asks. If people don't ask, I have Muslims friends. I have Hindu friends. I have gay friends, lesbians, all kinds.
Potheads!
I love everyone. I love everyone. You know, just don't be a shithead. You know, think. You know, be friendly, be positive, be nice. Go slow. You know, don't stay on this click generation. Oh my God, I need to see what happened. I need to know. You need to know.
Yeah.
Have you treated better your parents?
That's it.
Have you ask your neighbors or someone else to if need your help? If everything's fine. If it have you no people haven't done.
Have
It's
you
all about I need to.
Have you gone and cut the grass in front of your house? Have you cleaned the lawn? Have you thrown out the rubbish properly without making a mess
Yeah.
of your neighborhood? These are
Yeah.
the small things. Have you said hello to your next door neighbor which you've never said hello to? And even if you say hello and the person doesn't say hello, just keep repeating it every year.
Nature has its only true authenticate way of teaching a human the best source to drive your moral values. Call it God, call it nature, call it Allah, call it whatever.
Buddha.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the same. No. I'm not this kind of people who try to do some contortionism to put everyone together. I'm not this kind of person. Make no mistake.
Bend yourself to the religion.
Just be reasonable. You know, if you don't like my religion, if you don't like, just respect. There is no reason to we don't be friends. To we don't talk. We don't have coffee and a banana bread.
That's it. Our traditions.
Why not? Why not? You know.
It's seriously about traditions. Kadamo and I, one of our favorite traditions is banana bread, and banana bread is one of the most simple sort of dishes or cakes or whatever thing that you can probably make, as long as you've got some flour, you know, egg, sugar, and bananas obviously, and a couple of other things as well to make it, to juice it up a little bit. But we really, really enjoy this very simple thing. But this really, really simple thing has actually increased the friends and the people that we meet. Because when we're out at the park,
and very impressive how it expanded.
that's right. It's really, really incredible the way
Just
that
sit, share the coffee, share the things you have, share, sit down, talk. Go to receive your friend at your home. You want a coffee? You want something? Please.
It was so amazing.
Make yourself at home.
That's
be
right.
comfortable, like in our channel.
Just
Pick
make
your
yourself,
favorite beverage. Sit, talk with us. That's it.
It was so amazing. We're in the park.
We're all
in the
friends.
park. We're in the park, and we keep on going to the same park all the time. And this is where, you know, Karmo and I, we kept on speaking all the time. And I said, no, we need to. Our conversation, I think, is really, really great. It's really, really positive. I said, let's do a channel. And we started this channel. But one of the most amazing things is we were sitting at the park one day, and there's a couple of homeless people that were sort of on the side.
Or friends.
That's right. That's right. And all of a sudden, this homeless guy, he brings us out like a whole lot of, yakitori stewed chicken, pulled chicken.
It was amazing.
And it was just like so amazing. It's like, dude, he said, you guys come here all the time. You know, you guys, you're always deep in your conversation and that, but you guys sit and you do your own thing, you know, and it's this this mutual respect.
It's impressive how people.
It's just incredible.
It's something that people who grow up with little have one natural empathy towards to other people. It's more easy to develop this natural empathy, and it's so beautiful when someone who have so little
I think Conmo,
share.
that you've summed it up.
Spectacular.
I think you've summed it up. Greta,
Ah, yeah.
okay, she has no empathy.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm jumping the subject. Anyway,
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
back to all the guys at the park, and all of a sudden, you know, them giving us, and obviously on the next time that we went to the park, I waited for the guy as well, and had got some stuff from Conmo and myself, and we gave it to him, and he was blown away. He's like, damn, receiving stuff from you guys. Like, no, but you gave to us first. We never expected anything. You know?
Let me tell you one story that I never said in the channel.
Please.
When I was in Brazil, I was still in special forces, but sometimes I don't like to say much because I don't want to sound nice. The last thing I want to sound is someone who is nice here or something. No. Just let me tell you straight the facts. I was still working in special forces there, but in the winter in South Brazil, it's particularly cold because come the Patagonia winds.
Right,
Extremely cold. So I was collecting donation from many friends and people that I knew that like clothes and etc. And I was like from beginning of the night until like 6 in the morning walking on all the streets with a supermarket car, giving clothes and with a soup bottle, huge one. And I was going in the most dark and dirty places because there is always people there.
Yeah.
And I was always coming and asking them, what's your name? And those people are so long on the streets that when they hear this, wow, like someone want to know my name.
Yeah, you're
Sometimes
important.
they don't even remember their names. And it's like, I have heard like twice, I don't remember my name.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, no, okay, it's fine. And I was sitting. And you want soup? It's cold.
I mean, doesn't that make you feel amazing? Doesn't that make you just feel so, humble?
No,
humble.
And then I was sitting, and you want soup? Yeah. We love many times people starving. Yeah, I want soup. And the person finished it. You want more? I can have more. Of course you can have more. Get as much as you want. And the person was like, coming back to their senses, like remembering they are people too.
Yes.
Because homeless people, I have worked with these people like almost 3 years, and there is when you live too long on the streets, there is a kind of addiction on this kind of freedom.
Right.
And you get yourself disconnected to the reality.
Right.
Because those people, they live like a layer under to our sight. People don't see them. They are like invisible.
Yeah.
And the worst feeling that we can have toward a human being, it's the indifference.
Yeah.
It's,
My God,
it's
loneliness is like the indifference and loneliness.
Yeah.
These are the two factors which is even worse than hate.
Yeah, and then when I was sitting and talking with
horrible.
those people, they remembering their names and etc. And you feeling cold, right? And I was giving some clothes and etc. And that was so fucking powerful.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm listening and I'm saying, wow.
It's the best part when you do and no one else is looking.
Yeah.
No one else is looking. When you do by yourself,
yeah,
it's a commitment that you create with the other human beings.
Yeah.
It's not with anyone else to see or anything.
Yeah.
You create with those people who really need. They really fucking need. It's rather because of psychological problems. I have heard many tragedies. Like, I want to do this because I feel I need to do. And those people need so little.
Yeah.
So little. Just ask their name. For them, it's like... And okay, doing this many years, I have met so many fantastic people. Many sad stories, including one guy who was picking cans.
Yeah.
And I started to talk with him. He was carrying a big cart and talking. And I realized that guy was speaking very perfectly. And what you did before this? I was a dentist.
Jesus.
And I was
from dentist to can collector.
And he showed me his like ID from the dentist
your organization.
Yeah, the I don't know, association, etc. He showed me. And I said, what the hell are you doing here? He lost his wife and 3 children in a car accident.
Oh, shit.
And he couldn't recover. He said, I lost everything. I really did lost everything. I had my whole life in that car, and I don't want to live that way anymore. I don't want to exist anymore. I don't want to die, but I don't want to make part. I don't want to die, but I don't want to live. He wanted to live. It was so confusing. Live like some under the society. It was a escape plan, a emergency escape plan, and this became a friend of mine. His name, by the way, I remember, Luciano. And
Sounds Italian.
yeah, and what I did, of course, I looked for my brother. At that time, my brother was have some influence. I said, "Mano," it's like brother. We in Portuguese we say, "We got to help this guy." Fucking hell, we got to help everyone, but this guy, have a sense of proportion. Okay, I know we have to help everyone, but have a sense of proportion. Okay.
Shit.
And I said, we got to help this guy, this fucking guy. I said, and he said, let's do it. And my brother and we shared like the expenses of a very small place.
Yeah.
I said, Luciano, you're gonna fucking sleep here, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna stay here. It's very simple. And it was so incredible see that guy recovering his dignity and coming back. He started working again in like a small supermarket, picking fruits, organizing, sorting, and then we helped him with the doctors to recover. He was having some health problems, of course. The street life, it's fucking tough, and he didn't came back to be a dentist.
Right.
But today he have his own car. He's buying his apartment, and he have a fiance.
Wow.
Was like we took a frozen heart. But you're sounding romantic. No, but it was exactly what it was, a frozen heart.
Yeah.
And we just give a beat. Like we just put a shirt.
Yeah.
And the guy, like, came back to life. And this one was a very specific case, but I've seen many. Like, homeless was recognizing me on the streets. And when you are in special forces, this is a kind of dangerous, because in Brazil, when you are recognized as a police, you get killed.
It's unfortunate.
But many times they was recognizing me. Please sit here. And I was sitting with them, and they was sharing food. Sometimes bad food, but good company.
Yeah.
My stomach, I can treat later. The company enjoy.
Right.
So that's why this is the deep part of make your own traditions. I said before, make your own tradition, and sounded too empty, but this is what about. Create your own traditions. Start small. Why not? The life is so much more about to give.
Yep.
Put your ego in the back seat. And this is just one of the stories that sorry for taking time.
No,
Let me get more tea.
That was really, really, really good, man. But as Kadamo always says as well, always it is more about giving. And once you give something, or when last did you phone up your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad? Was anything overdue?
Yep.
Was anything overdue? Cheers, man.
Yep. You're welcome. No, don't thank me. Don't say thank you. Go and do something. I don't need to know. I don't need to know.
That's right.
Do it. Don't say it. Don't need.
I had a couple of my friends, my high school buddies, and I said to them, stop being old guys. Stop being old guys. I said, start working out a little bit. And I said, all right, I challenged all my high school buddies. And I said,
that was great.
Yeah, that's right. And I said, I've got to challenge you. And I said, I challenge you to do 100 press-ups every single day. You don't have to do them all at the same time. You can
fucking 100.
100.
For sedentary people.
That's right. And 100 press-ups, but it doesn't have to be consecutively, and doesn't have to be in one shot. You can do 5 in the morning, 5 just before you leave home, another 5 more before you, throughout the whole day you've got to do 100, but you've got to do 100 every single day. And I had one of my high school buddies contact me, I just thought nothing of it, and I said, are you guys doing it? And one of the guys, he contacted me and he said, you changed my life. So then I just said, what did I do? What did I do? And he said, I can't thank you enough for posting that. And I said, it wasn't me. And I said, it wasn't me. It was you decided to do it.
Yeah.
And he said, it has changed my life completely. I mean, he's telling me all these good things that have happened to him about doing this small little thing. It's not just the exercise. Obviously, the exercise, the physical part, so it has, made it a little bit more mental for him. But at the same time as well, that person chose to do something. He chose to do something. He chose to create something for himself. All I did was just gave the idea, and it was really really amazing for me that just a couple of words changed the person's life. So imagine what you can do with the word please. Imagine what you can do with the word thank you. And if you make a mistake, you say sorry. You got to forgive, man. You got to forgive. And
why not?
Why not? Forgive. You sleep well, and actually you age slower. 100%
Even if you die tomorrow.
That's right.
Forgive.
That's right. Because when you forgive, you don't take stress on. It's like water on a duck's back. It just goes off. Just keeps going off all the time.
I want to talk a bit about this, what Amber said.
Right.
I'm gonna make you guys find my future man. Let's talk a bit.
I'm going to make your what future?
Future man. Let's talk a
future
bit.
men. Ah.
That's a big difference between you be a male and you be a man.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
When you are a male, you have a dick. When you are
Bling.
a man, it's all about responsibilities. You
got to say that one again. It's about responsibilities.
It's all about responsibilities. What I mean, if you want to build a family, first build yourself. Don't go out there seeking for some pussy or some dick, wanting to ride some dick or some pussy. Stop with this. This not gonna bring you fucking anything that is not only the moment. You're gonna feel yourself with a huge empty feeling. If you wanna be a man, if you wanna make a family, first build yourself. Then you look for someone with the same moral values as you. Don't try to make contortionism, because marriage is a tricky thing, When the necessity enters through the door, the love goes out the window. So, gotta think very well. It's all about responsibilities, okay?
Are you the two from Brazil and Africa? Yes, we are the two from Brazil and Africa. Welcome to the channel again.
Yep.
But
that freak, I remember you.
Freaker, there we go. Welcome, man. So like Kalmar says as well, there's a difference between male and man, right?
Yeah.
The male and the man, that's a completely different story altogether.
How's it going, my friend? I'm feeling fantastic today. I worked like a horse today.
I've been working like a horse.
I have edited more than 4,000 children pictures today of still photography.
Jesus.
In the school.
Wow.
Jesus, my eyes are melting down. But I'm feeling fantastic. How are you, my friend?
Welcome. Amber, 4,000?
Yeah, 4,000 and being almost 1 terabyte of pictures. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
But it's work. I don't fear a lot of work. I fear non-organized working place.
Yes.
This is freaking scary for me.
And on a personal note, actually, Karim and myself, he's doing it professionally. But me, this is our really big passion is photography. This is our really big passion, photography. That's really
capture the life.
That's right. The moment, capture that moment. So if you coming back to what we were saying, if you're not seeing that moment over there, and if you're not giving something about that particular moment, is it the please? Was it you giving one little sweet? Was it you saying thank you? Was it you saying, can I take my shoes off? Can I wash myself? It's all of these wonderful positive things.
Thank you very much. BD Mookie, I'm so happy I found your channel. You guys are so inspirational. Thank you very much.
Thank you
friend.
very much.
For your words. I really appreciate it.
Or as
really appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. And as our channel says,
do you
positive
have
DNA.
Any work we can see? I have a small blog, and later I will share. Okay?
There we go.
Arne is a fantastic photographer.
Tiny.
And yes, it's a high-end restaurant. I don't think it's appropriate we share the name.
No.
But it's a very high-end restaurant.
Very famous.
Michelin stars.
That's
very,
right.
Very nice one.
Positive DNA. What
A
name, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's positive.
Trust me. We when Kanmo and I we were thinking about what channel name.
Yeah, you said them, but I understood.
We were thinking about. Damn, it was really hard. But then we just said to ourselves, what are we? We're always positive.
That freak! I really liked you came back, my friend. You was one of our first viewers.
That's right.
I really remember you.
That's
my
right.
Friend. I'm really happy to see you again. We try to make this personal. I know we believe, and we
Thanks,
hope
Amber.
we'll have a time. We'll have many people, but it's not about many people. It's about the quality. It's all about the quality. But I swear I try to remember everyone and on too.
Really, thank you.
Yeah.
Like we always say, it's positiveness. It's always positiveness. It's not agreeing.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree, but it's a positive.
And people who are watching us right now, if you like the content and feel that wanna be our friends,
Thanks, Amber.
follow us. Why not?
Yes.
Just hit the button. What do you think we start to talk about one of our favorite subjects, Mommy Africa? Because many people don't know.
Yes.
We love
I was actually
African politics. I study about many years. Arne is from Africa.
absolutely love.
Yeah, we love to talk about
Africa.
Let me start. Can I start?
Please.
I especially study about a country in Africa called Liberia, who have been in civil war through many years.
Me too. Recently.
Yeah, yeah. That freak. You're right.
There's it.
That's
it. The one.
And I've been studying that country for some years, and I really love the history and etc. Well, I love African people. I love everyone. Everyone knows that. But it's a very specific country with a very specific history. It's very interesting. Well, to make a long story short, recently the new Liberian government make a deal, a concession with a Chinese company to make a fancy airport in Monrovia, the capital of Liberia. And I asked many times, why the fuck you gonna make a fancy airport in a country that in the capital only 20% of the houses have proper water? Why you would do this? And a few days ago,
It's ridiculous.
a small Muslim school catch fire, killing 28 children. And of course, when we are talking about Africa, 28, it's not an impressive number, but when we are talking about people, one, it's impressive by negligence.
Right.
And again, as soon we're gonna bring someone from the Liberian government to make an interview in our channel, I'm gonna ask again, why would you make a fancy airport in a country who don't have structure for absolutely fucking anything? Anything. The country is flat. There is nothing there. Why would you make a fucking fancy airport? To bring tourists. Tourists for what? Tourists for what? You don't need tourists. You need honesty. Start and take care of your children. Put the money where really matters. not in your interest for re-election. And soon, very soon, I'm gonna bring a senator of Liberia to our channel, and I promise I'm not gonna be nice in the interview. I'm gonna poke in the holes. And
Beware.
and Arne and I, we have we talking more about this, but we have kind of a project to
Yes,
do in Liberia,
that we have.
because we got to start to do something.
You know, it's,
And we don't want any penny. Be registered here. We don't want any fucking penny. We just want to do something. But there is many countries. Yeah, but we got to start from one.
absolutely.
We got to start from one. You know?
Absolutely. You know, as we always say, you know, our passion for Africa, because of not just me being African, but Cardmore absolutely loving Africa as well, and this country, Liberia. I probably just recently have learned so much about it, and you know, culture, their fashion. If you don't know where Liberia is, if you look at the African continent from your side, what you're looking at, and there's the bottom, literally the arse of Africa, which is sitting around like
West Africa.
that's right, West Africa. It's sitting right in the corner.
Yeah.
And Liberia is a really, really interesting country with a really, really rich history. But at the same time as well, they were ones in extreme civil war. In
The
late,
Cannibals War.
yeah, the Cannibals War.
Just search for it.
That's right. Where basically they gave nice AK-47s to children, which didn't have a fucking clue on how to.
Thank you, Amber.
On a clue on how to fight war. And if you see that the way that these children and these young soldiers, they so-called soldiers, rebel soldiers, were using weapons, it was absolutely it was just such a laugh.
Yeah.
It was such a laugh. And to see how many rounds, how many shells on the floor.
It's like ants.
It's like ants. There were so many shells on the floor. You can't imagine. I mean,
Yeah.
I was in special forces as well. I did my training as well. But that was fucked up.
Yeah, it's war. George Weah, great footballer. What's he like as a president? Arc of Louis. First, welcome to our channel.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
What he's about a president. Let me tell you, in Africa, in Africa,
Yeah.
it's like, just let me see the word like excuse because
The unfortunate answer.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
perfect. George, where it's like in Africa, when you become a president of a country in Africa, they go to very there is nothing new in Africa. They can start with a good intention and end up becoming a dictators, or they can start with bad intentions and becoming a dictators anyway. Okay, what is Liberia was fucked up. They had before I forgot the name of now escaped the name of the former president. It's a woman, friend of Hillary Clinton, by the way, and nothing was done. Okay, the country was still the same shithole. And then George Weah came to Liberia with more European mindset. He was living in Europe. He was having some connections. He had French citizenship, and he became elected in Liberia. For a country who is fucked up, any good action, it's super positive, if we think. But there is a difference between you do something positive and you be fucking honest, and then you are a president of a country, you gotta be 100% honest. If not ready to die for your country, don't sit on that fucking chair. And he changed some things, like, for example, people who don't know, Liberia before were only recognizing people of color as Liberian nationals. Only blacks. This is a ridiculous law. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, he changed this. It's okay, it's good. But he did many other stupid things, which I put one in the pinnacle, in the top, this fucking stupid airport. Why I keep banging on this airport? First, because it's a waste of time, energy, and resources. Second, because it's made of by China, which was one of the sponsors of the civil wars in Liberia. Okay,
This is just fucked up.
it's fucked up. With China, of course, you have the momentaneous benefit. You have some structure, some things,
Yes.
but costs everything. Chinese influence in your country, it's definitive. It doesn't change. They enter, then don't leave. They don't leave. And the guy did make a concession with the Chinese, so they did make the airport. They made a huge avenue in the center of Monrovia, and the avenue it's called Somalia.
Somali
Why
drive.
the hell
Yeah, yeah.
you would put the second
Somali.
most fucked up
Country as the main fucking
as a
street
main focus?
down
Doesn't
your
make, you see,
down your capital.
it's so fucked up.
Come on, man.
While only 20% of the Monrovia, the capital, it's with proper water, and if you don't have water, shelter, and basic education, you don't have anything in your country.
Fuck all.
You
Fuck
don't have
all.
anything.
If I can just say, just 1 second over there. My country, South Africa, let me give you an example, okay? My country in humanity is the only country in the world that has been able to increase their population by 800% over the last 100 years. I'll say that again, 800%. There is no country which comes close to my country. You know why South Africa was able to produce 800%? Because we make proper running water, had proper running water, okay? Roof over the head and fucking education. These three
Basic education.
main
Basic
things.
education.
Basic
Basic
education.
education. Not talking about universities. Basic education.
And if you don't have these three, there is no fucking possible way. Sorry, Karma, as you go.
And it's like the Chinese influence costs everything. And when people know this, but Liberia, the Chinese was one of the direct sponsors of the war in Liberia. So the president asked them again about the president. Yeah, he had done some good things, but he's not even close to the ideal president of Liberia. As we said before in one of our streams, African countries have African politicians have a very serious problem. I'm gonna be redundant. Say
No,
that
please,
politicians have a problem with honesty. It's redundant.
Well, you're going to learn to lie
But-
if you want to become a politician.
But because politicians are professional liars. But anyway.
That's another.
Anyway, in Africa, which is the very raw reality, I'm not talking about this is the plastic straw, oh my god, the plastic bag, the turtle with no. I'm talking about children carrying AK-47 with their bellies empty, shooting everyone around them. Sounds bad, right?
Not hungry, but you got a fucking AK-47.
Sounds worse than plastic straws, right? Okay. When you have a country, for example, like Liberia, that is rich in iron ore.
Very rich. High grade iron ore, by the way.
High grade iron ore, 85% of iron ore in the soil. Very rich, okay? Iron ore, copper. The soil, it's perfectly workable. It's very similar to South United States. So you can, before, as people don't know, before Liberia was known as the Pepper Coast. There's the Ivory Coast,
yes.
And Liberia was known as a Pepper Coast because
yes.
It was producing a lot of peppers and spices, etc.
Yes. And that's what's in their cuisine actually now, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. And very rich in diamonds too. But what you are talking about diamonds?
Oh.
Diamonds are basically a property of a country, and they can sell it. just sell it for a decent company, and there is where is enter the honesty.
Yeah.
Why would you put a country like China, who fucked up your country, just because they don't charge that much for the service?
Or they're giving it free?
Yeah, and it's just a matter of why you don't make a good concessions, good business, not with political interest. Why this? That's why there is the honesty problem. There is the honesty problem. Yeah, the Antonio.
Yeah.
catfish.
That's right. Catfish and go hammers and go flipped. Flip flops and get everything.
No. It's just anyway. And why would you do this? You know, before in 1949, Liberia was a emerging power, was having big companies from the United States and Sweden, which was exploring the iron ore resource. But you said United States. Oh my God, you said United States. What? You said they extracting. They did build ports, small villages, hospitals, schools.
Basic housing.
Was, man, like...
You can jump onto YouTube and you
Anyway.
can find all the stuff. I mean, it's incredible.
Anyway.
It's incredible what it looked like. You'd say, my God, deepest, darkest Africa. It looks like sort of the high end version of
Yeah.
what Cuba sort of looked like.
Yeah, high end, very high end. Very high end.
It was really cool.
Okay, but and Cuba before the communists.
That's right, before the communists.
And it's like, was everything very, very, very well made. Was very simple. Was looking like some United States in colonial period. Was
Yes.
If you see the footages, you see everyone properly dressed. The commerce, those very, very traditional.
Like really beautiful. It was amazing.
Very traditional African markets with the traditional clothes. I'm not saying to people go back to those things. No. I'm being very reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. If you see today Monrovia, especially West Point, what you find there? Slums.
Yeah, it's just slum.
Slum. You don't have water.
But you want to put an airport in the middle of
You
the
don't
fucking...
have anything. You don't have anything. And they want to put the fucking airport there. And sell their country for China. You know? Because when you put a Chinese airport, you can't... there is a net of interest there. You can't make a concession, for example, with a North America. Why you keep saying about North America? Because it's... First, they have money like China. Second, they're not communists.
Yes.
And United States gonna act with interest there. Yeah, okay. So do it.
Well,
But-
it was America that established Liberia. Was American?
Yeah.
Was American freed slaves?
Yeah. And but they're gonna put a base, a military base there. Okay, please do it.
Put
Do
American
it.
military base.
No problem. This is the problem with people who don't know the history of the and don't. They are completely detached from the reality. They live in a permanent state of truth
Right.
denial.
Right.
It's not they don't believe. It's not they don't see. They don't want to believe. They don't want to see. They want to deny. And thank you very much. And you have this happening. Children literally burning, people starving, and etc. And the footballer making fucking airport. He's a good president? No, he's not. He can have some good things he have done, but he's not a good president. Not a good president. Seriously.
You have to, as Karamo says, if you really want to do something for your country, are you willing to almost die for your country?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that
And-
much? It's like, dude, that's a really hard fucking court decision.
If they did make business with Chinese, I can guarantee you, guys, for one Chinese businessman who wants to do business in Africa, there is 3 Japanese. They really want to invest money there. They just don't have the doors open, And I'm 1,000 times for Japanese companies there than Chinese companies. And there is so much.
Well, it's not communist.
Yeah, we have personal projects to do in the future. We're gonna do something there. Of course, start small. We are the floor of the factory. We put the bricks. But we're gonna do something with education.
100%.
With education. My background, it's I did philosophy university, but I did specialization in child education. Arn is a very clever person, and
He's more clever.
many management skills, which we're gonna
We're gonna put them together.
put this together, and we're gonna do something. But you talking that you're gonna do again, like you're gonna go to Africa and give education to children. No, it's not that kind of thing. I'm talking about agriculture. I'm talking about first
Make a skill.
skill. Make your belly full. Have water, have food, have shelter. Basic things. Build the moral. Make them remember they are people.
It was so amazing. I saw this like really, really old bit of footage of a tailor, okay, and one of the people wanted a suit made, so the tailor asked a person to put the sewing machine on the head. Calmo, they're using one of these old sewing machines like this.
I did.
Okay.
I learned.
Yeah, no, I know. I love this guy, but they're using the same sewing machines even today.
Yeah. China probably wants to mine the mineral resources of Liberia.
Okay.
You are a clever person.
That's
of
right.
Course.
That's right. Amber,
of course, it's untouched.
Amber, let me explain to you. There is a mine north inland. Okay, it is a very high high quality, high grade iron ore. They have a mine. The mine, before the Civil War, they have coaches with iron pellets still sitting inside the coaches. I'll say that again. They got iron pellets that they went and they made still sitting inside the coaches, and the whole mine is not working. China has offered, or a Chinese company has offered now, this is recent, has offered to re-energize this mine. This re-energizes this mine because the rail is good. The rail is good so that they can get it to the port. Because if you can't get anything to the port, nothing can come in and nothing can go out. This is extremely important.
And why I was keep hitting the button of United States, do business with United States. First, I'm gonna make a short story of Liberia. Liberia is a former colony of United States who once shared even the same currency.
Yes.
They had even before Republican Party and etc.
English?
They speak English, they share the same language, and they have cultural connections. It's a country formed by former slaves from the United States.
Who enslaved the Africans.
Yeah. When they arrived in Liberia, then they enslaved some tribes, around 15 ethnicities, and they started some wars. It's a very complex, this is a very long story. Someday we're going to do some very, very specific.
The history of.
Can talk again. I love to talk about Liberian
It's beautiful.
history.
It's really interesting.
But it's like, it's a very unique, okay?
Because a country that's gone from, you say that slaves made it, ex-slaves made it, they went and they increased it into an absolutely wonderful country, went into civil war, dropped it to the arse end of the world. I mean, the fucking arse end of the world. You can't imagine the shit that went on in the war, right? And now the country is starting to come up, but now they haven't got fucking proper running water, proper fucking electricity running through the place, right? But through everybody's basic education, but they want to put a big fucking airport in there. And let me tell you now, the airport will not be free. China will fucking charge you.
Of course, like our friend said, the real interest is touch on Liberian soil. And Jesus Christ, it's a matter of common sense. You're gonna put not only a Chinese company. You are literally putting Chinese influence on your country. It's not about the company. You put in the Chinese government influence. They are buying, because see how things are. George Weah, the president, when he changed the law, who says that only people of color are recognized as Liberian nationals, he also opened the law to foreign investment buy properties in Liberia.
Wow.
Was in a pack of this law change, was annexed, and people didn't realize, but I read the law
the
change.
document,
I read and was attached to. And basically what they did is they starting to sell their, I'm not saying to become protectionist, like I don't want to sell it. No, you got to bring development. You got to bring foreign investments. Of course, you should do, but to who? To who? You're gonna give money to China, which is one of the regimes who gave money to gave money to Muammar Gaddafi, and Muammar Gaddafi trained Charles Taylor, who was from Liberia, entered in Liberia and started a civil war, the Cannibals War, and destroyed the country. It's what you're doing. You see how things connect? That's why I say there is an honesty problem. And because African people are extremely, they live in extreme necessities.
Yes.
They don't have knowledge. I'm gonna be very intellectually honest. And they are not in same level of evolution and development than the rest of the world. It's a matter of fact.
This is very unfortunate, though.
I'm not being emotional. It's a matter of fact. They need help. They need help. And when those countries highly like economically developed, like, I mean the government like China with a very smart intellectual elite and very pernicious, very evil intentions, entering the countries like this, there is nothing more than their own destruction with time.
I have a question, basic, please. Do you ever believe that democracy is the only good way to put things into a system running at its best? What do you think?
First, I'm gonna be ironical. I got to say be ironical or sarcastic.
No, it's okay. No, fine.
Democracy is a fancy name for a country controlled by Jews. Just a joke. Okay? A bad joke.
Yeah.
And democracy from all systems, I believe. I'm talking about. I'm not thinking about fantasies or utopic systems. I don't want to go deep on those subjects because it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter.
Service.
Democracy, it's the least bad.
Yeah.
It is bad. With time, it's more damaging. But when you see regimes like I'm gonna go to extreme, okay, like communism, who killed more people than all natural disasters from the 20th century.
Just to hear that number again. All the natural disasters couldn't fucking kill as much as a human being killed a human being.
I believe that democracy is the least damaging in a short run. Okay, this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What matters are bullets flying, stomach empty, no water, no shelter, no education. Basic education is what matters. Okay? And when we're talking about Liberia, I want to give you an example of what the Liberia level of development. It's people dancing in front of AK-47 with black chickens, believing that magic gonna protect them from the bullets. That is the level. People who was splitting their chests of the enemies, taking out their hearts and eating raw because they believe they getting the
superstitious,
the power of that is the level. And if you see footages from 1980s and 2015, if you see the footages, nothing changed. It's impressive. It's exactly the same thing. We're talking about this level of people, you understand?
And what's also impressive as well is, impressive in the sense that this war...
That freak's right.
You know, the war that Liberia, the civil war that Liberia had was just an absolute... Only 250,000 people died, but if you see how they were fighting the war, when you're taking an AK-47 and you throwing the bullets, you're going like this. You're going like this, boom, boom. You're not even fucking aiming.
No,
It's
they just, you see,
it's like this, boom, 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 into
When-
there. It's making noise.
every trigger
Yeah.
of the weapon, I just can see one coin. You know,
Ka-ding,
someone is
ka-ding,
getting tons of money from that. Because the interesting thing about African politics that we really say to people, get interested in learn about African politics, because everything, any fucking system, anything that have happened before happened first in Africa. Africa is like a big laboratory of political experiments. So Africa is big. Pick one country and study about it. I guarantee you're gonna be mind blowing. It's very interesting, and you see, if you observe the footages from 80s and 2015 in Liberia, it's exactly the same. It's even they look even the same clothes. They're wearing the same things. It's the same thing, you know. And this is the kind of people that we are talking about. And people say, come those. I love everyone, but some people are just have stupid ideas. Like, you wanting to put United States democracy and make Africa more black. Cut this crap. It's not working. It's not working. Stop. Just make Africa decent.
You know, but you know the funny.
It's so much dishonesty.
No, dishonest. And Karma and myself, we speak about this all the time. We speak about this all the time because Africa has so much to offer, and each individual country, they have so much to offer. They have so much raw material. Yes, there are certain countries which do not have that as much raw material as other countries, whether it's oil or diamonds or gold or metal or precious elements and that. We understand every single country is different, every single person is different, but at the same time as well, they have so much under the surface, or something that they are able to put on the surface, but their governments choose not to. Oh, the children are starving. Stop with that dishonesty. Their governments chose not to fucking give them food. Their governments chose not to give them water. Their governments chose not to give them electricity or a roof over their head or education. Their governments chose. Because there's enough fucking food and water in the whole fucking planet to feed our whole planet how many times over? Don't tell me they're starving fucking kids. They're starving kids because their government chose it. That is why Karma and myself are a little bit, we try to keep our distance from fucking governments.
Yeah, no. Government are...
We keep our distance because we believe that's another subject.
Anyway, it's like, and see, for example, and talking about Liberia, that the soil is perfectly workable. We can have agriculture there. Why they don't have? Very simple. Believe or not, people don't know how to work with the soil.
No.
They don't have a very basic knowledge. It's very basic. They don't have the knowledge. You think people don't want to work with this? Believe me, there is plenty of people who want to work with this there.
Absolutely.
You know? They just don't have the knowledge. The governments was not allowing to come, foreign aid, real one. Not talking about the begging Africans who are all the time in those international conferences. The governors of the presidents, give me my money. Give me the money.
Africa the money.
Give me the money.
We want the money.
We know our struggle.
Last year,
don't know.
Last year we make a big fucking mistake. We make a problem with the money. Don't worry. We have new plan. Give us the money.
Putting all this money in their pockets.
Into the bank account. Their bank account.
They've been years getting money from everyone. What changed?
Fuck all.
Nothing. That's why we are small, but we should start small. The change is from inside to outside. That's why I believe that the knowledge and education make your path to freedom. When people start to have their own knowledge of how I can work on this soil, from this I can plant something, I can produce something, we have more food, we have more energy, we can build things, we can learn from you know, honest foreign help, we can share the knowledge. Slowly people starting to get personally developed. They start to have more energy, more proud, be more proud of themselves, and things work very organically. The evolution is very organic. It's slow and should be slow. Don't believe in sudden changes, in big changes. Don't believe. Modern nature teaches us the different path. When Mother Nature wants to do the big changes, comes earthquakes, hurricanes, and everything. But nature is not prejudice.
No.
It's nature is
No.
what it is.
That's what it is.
We are living things. We need to evolve. We have time. We take time. We can't be a big shallow lake. We got to develop properly. You know, there is generations to change. You know that. I'm sorry that. Let me read.
No. We've got
This
some.
this is why education and becoming a better person and caring for others is the only way to solve these issues.
Well, that's
Government solutions, economic solutions, etc. They will just corrupted again by selfish people. 100%. Let me tell you what is the biggest problem. Now I'm gonna solve the $1 million question. The biggest problem.
We should say 100 million now. That's why much is worse now.
The biggest problem in African continent, it's not the starving people, it's not the war, it's the dependency. They are dependent on everything. That's the biggest problem. They should get knowledge. They should have education. They should water, shelter, basic education.
Have to.
They don't have basic education. Nothing.
And you know, the kids, let me tell you something now. You give an AK-47 to the kids will use it because they are kids. But you give a pen to the kids will absolutely, they would love, I'm sure more kids would enjoy learning something with a pen and a piece of paper than having an AK-47 in their hands.
That freak, I love your opinions, that freak. When one possesses that kind of power, it becomes irresistible.
Yes, it is.
No
it's
one
a drug.
else matters. Period.
That's it. Bomb. It's greed.
Period.
It's greed. It's greed. It's people forgetting that their first goal was actually to give. Certain people is not to give, is to take.
Can I ask you one more question? What is the real medium of education? What is the exactly education for you? Let me talk. Let me talk. First, at home, with your parents. Yes, sir. Yes, mom. Sorry. Thank you. Please. Start slow.
Seriously.
Start slow. Start from the family. Never underestimate the family. The family is the most powerful weapon against the government. Never underestimate the family. Have a family is good, guys. There's no problem having a family. Have a family. When you have a good family, you spread the positivity. You create this positive environment, and then you start to associate yourself with the positive people, and this is a very organic process. Then when we have at home, that's why Africa is so complicated, because they don't have at home. No. But when we have at home, we start, and then comes the basic education, then comes the schooling. You know what I mean?
Taking to everyone and can understand what exactly education is.
Yeah,
that's it.
Starts at home. Father, mother, respect. It starts with a very, very basic. It's a very basic, very natural human being thing. it's be respectful.
And Cotton Mom himself will always speak about this, you know, this
We
beginning.
got to start very slow, very small.
It's
very small.
It's father, mother, children. This beginning is extremely powerful to society. And if more people can understand actually the power that is generated from this, really it's this power.
Why we say mother, father, mother, and children? Because the father, it's the father. Oh, very well. And the mother is the mother. If you switch the roles, it's not what nature says.
Yeah,
You don't see the lion sleeping with the zebras.
that's it.
We have two layers, okay? The nature law and the man-made law, okay? And make no mistake, I'm not being, please don't think this. I'm not being homophobic, not being no. I'm not this person. I put the blocks. I'm the guy who cleans the floor, okay? I'm very this guy, but
These products are probably against gays. Lol.
no, I just said make no mistake.
Listen
Make no
again.
mistake.
Just listen.
And there is this thing. There is the nature law and the man-made law. You see, I wanna give you one quick example. I shouldn't be, but because you should be able to understand, because it's very simple exercise of thinking. And I'm gonna use the United States as example. In the black community, okay, most of the homes are single mother. The families, it's single mother. The father is out because they stay to replace the man role, and the woman is becoming manly, and this is destroying the country. Okay, and this is destroying the country. Make no mistake. One of my best friends are gay. Man, I don't want to talk about this. This is ridiculous. I don't want to talk about this.
It's a redundant.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway,
it's redundant, trying to gain points for nothing.
that's why I say the traditional family, it's good. And if we see most of these problems happening in the society, in the society structure, which is the family, what consists the society, it's a bunch of families basically. It started communities and they started society. It's the destruction of the family. I'm not saying that single mothers are not capable to raise their children. I'm not saying that gay people are not able to raise their children. I'm not saying this. But this should not be taken as a rule of society.
And
This is too dangerous. This is too far to go.
and
You
it's,
understand?
because you know we keep on coming back to Mother Nature all the time, and I give a simple example all the time. If you people think, oh no, you guys are against gay, you're against this and anything, I said, all right, fine. You have to give me an example then in Mother Nature. Show me a gay elephant. Come on, show me a gay elephant. Show me a gay dog. Show me a gay cat. And if you can probably find one, man, it doesn't unfortunately exist in nature. It doesn't. It doesn't exist in nature. And if it doesn't exist in nature, it's probably unnatural. And because it's unnatural, we believe as well that this is the way that we think about it. And like Karmo says as well, we don't believe that a single mom is a bad thing. We don't believe that a gay couple can't raise kids.
No.
Okay?
Don't think this.
You know,
Don't think
this is
this,
absolutely
please.
this is not.
No. We're not that intellectually dishonest. Like we say, we are the guys who clean the floor. Remember, put the bricks. We are. Yeah. It's a very. It's my belief. It's my belief. We love everyone, but see, if we put our emotions aside and see the society in the perspective of an architect, as a builder, we know there is some constructions who works, and some structures are attempts. You understand?
Classic Christian thought, nanka process, nanka I'm the guy that nanka cleans the floor, nanka trust me, I get it.
You get it.
I'm the same as well.
Perfect. That's it.
I'm the same as well. It's we do not go against.
We're not putting our ego in front of this tiny.
That's right,
camera.
and we're not. That's right, and we're not trying
What
to,
is fucking
trying to create a channel or a discussion session which is absolutely pointless. It's wasting your time, your energy, and your resources. We will not be put into that. If you want to speak about that, you go and speak to some other social justice warriors. Fine, go and do that.
Yeah.
But on our channel, there is no fucking gay elephants. There are no lesbian elephants.
Lesbians.
And if you can't fucking show me it in the Mother Nature, it's probably not real. Which means human beings choose. We choose.
That's the thing. That's the.
That's
thing.
that's our key point over here. Mother Nature.
Yeah, I want to give one thought to be more clear about this. It's like there is the concept of normality.
Right.
What is normal in the society? What is normal? It's usually accepted and taken by people choices.
That's right.
Or it's normal homosexuality. It's been happening through the centuries. It's normal. But the difference is between what is normal, which is created by society,
Right.
and what is natural. And when I'm talking about the concept of nature, I'm talking about something like St. Thomas Aquinas. It's a very basic, natural, very basic. I like to go very, very, very down, like the sky is blue, the grass is green. Some very natural. When we start to change what is normal from what is natural, then we have a very dangerous imbalance, because what is normal, it's not necessarily natural. And make this mistake, it's open a path
Thank you, Amber.
to something so dangerous. And we've been seeing this. We don't need to do the contortionism to try to deny the truth. We don't want to live in the permanent state of denying. We don't want this. Please. It's just a matter of love everyone. Love Mother Nature. Don't make problem to other people.
Unfortunate friend over here said that that Mother Nature brings AIDS, Mother Nature brings rape, and stop idolizing Mother Nature. No.
Mother Nature is not prejudice.
It's not prejudice.
It's not prejudice.
And human beings fucking transmit AIDS, not fucking Mother Nature.
Yeah, and the one thing, I don't like to be technical because we're not being emotional, but let's just give you, for example, okay? Ebola was a natural disease in bats to control the population of bats near the river Ebola, okay? In Zaire, now
That's
Congo.
Right. That's right, Congo.
And basically, most of disease existed in nature for some natural purposes, and there is the ones the disease engineered by laboratories. But that is the thing. We shouldn't think in the Mother Nature as a prejudice.
She doesn't choose sides.
That's it.
She doesn't choose sides. She doesn't care. Well, we talk about blame. It's easy to point a finger. It's so easy to point a finger.
But take responsibility.
Take responsibility.
Then you need to be a man or a woman. Then it's about so much more.
Or a child. Common sense is really not common. Yep. You got that one right, Amber. Common sense is not common.
Mother Nature doesn't choose sides to stop choosing sides. So stop. No.
But guys, don't understand.
No, I think you didn't understand, my friend.
No, I didn't understand.
We are talking in a society structure perspective. No one live in huts. No one live in tents. When you start to get this individual behavior and you want to put in a society structure, it's too damaging. It's go too far. And we know what social experiments has been done through the centuries. See, for example, the many regimes we have seen in Cambodia, we have seen the communist itself, those weird political experiments which lead to that. I don't like to keep talking about this because it sounds so dishonest. It's like
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain that the you know
The grass is green.
which side is the floor.
That's right. Which
You
side
know,
of the floor is the grass is?
I think you are a very smart person. You understanding what? Just don't consider this. Consider this. See in a society structure perspective. Then you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. It's go too far. We are too. It's like we have too many people to try some social experiment again. We have seen what have done before.
Man's been having sex since Nanko. Man's been having sex. It's
Not taking a sexuality perspective. It's all, see, that's the problem.
they keep on going.
That's the problem. You see, this is so pernicious because when talking about homosexuality, people immediately,
Go to the physical part.
I'm not talking about this. When I was being very honest, okay, someone who is homosexual feels attraction from someone who have the same sex. Doesn't mean the person wants to be gay, like, wow, gonna be like a peacock. No, it's a normal person. It's a normal person
Yeah.
who feels attraction by other people. The problem is the agenda. The problem is push the lobby. Make no mistake again, I don't want to explain me again. We're not against, we love everyone, but push the agenda through a society perspective. It's too far. It's too far.
Don't push the ideology that we have to accept, we have to take in, we have to promote gay and lesbian and all this stuff on our children. That's why. Fucking why? You know?
People have been having sex with the same gender sex. That's why I say it's normal, not natural. If it was natural, well, you can rub two neurons and you can understand what is the natural process. Okay, that's what the level of honesty. Make no mistake, nature is not prejudice. We love everyone. The problem is always the agenda. And the agenda is the source of all evil. The agenda, see Africa, see what is happening with Europe.
Okay, let me explain. Let me explain to you. The agenda is simple. Let's say, for example, you are Christian. Okay, so you're Christian. Why can't you accept the Muslim faith? Why not? We didn't say, why can't you accept the Muslim faith? Oh no, you see? So when you have this feeling inside, it's not the case of acceptance because we all have different standards. It's don't push the agenda onto somebody.
Yeah.
It's your toys. That's your beliefs.
And you see the problem.
Don't force other people to play with your toys.
The reversal of important matters. What we are talking about.
They flip it all the time. They
It's
keep on
like-
flipping it all the time.
Why it's more important to teach a child about sexuality, who again don't know which side is the floor, then it's important to teach how you can work the soil,
Yes.
how you can be more respectful, how you can respect the elders, how you can become more wise. It's not, people make no mistake, it's not everything about put a dick in a hole or a hole in a dick. Life is much more than this. This is so stupid. How people can see it's a fucking evil agenda. It's evil. It destroys. I'm not only talking about sexuality, homosexuality, gay. Not homosexuality, it's not even a subject. Not even a subject.
It's not a
I'm talking about gay. Okay, gay, the agenda, the everything, the sponsors, the everything else who comes together. There's so much real problems that people are just worried with things who doesn't matter. Bullets are flying. People starving. No water.
No education, no
shelter,
roof over the
no
head.
education. Why give priority to this? But everyone have their own fights. Okay, but don't put this in a society perspective. It's going too far. Solve your garden first. You know?
Or surround your you know, the things that are around you, and something else that you might find interesting that you want to put your energy and your time and your resources into. And Karma and myself are extremely passionate about reality, and this wonderful reality that nature, you know, gives to us. We idolize nature. Yes, we do idolize nature because she's almighty. It is not even our decision, and not being prejudiced.
Yeah.
This is a great thing, because you know, people always choose a side. They're choosing a side. Nature doesn't choose a side.
No. Let me just read what our friend Bob Duff said. It's very important. It's okay. I still enjoy talking with you guys, even though you're blatantly arrogant about social aspects. You still seem it. Alright, I don't know. The human mind is crazy, and we haven't even unlocked 10% of it. So that's what you are trying to work with. Will be amazing to see how ignorant humans were in 100 or 1,000 years from now. Thank you very much for your opinion, my friend.
Your honest opinion, thank you. But I don't think
it's unfortunate that you feel that we are being arrogant. It's not what we
it's not what we are. We're really not.
Really enjoy that you are here with us.
That's right.
Having one tea, eating some peanuts. That's it.
Peanuts.
And Amber wants another question.
Please.
Just pump the question,
Amber, you are the only true lady in the room. Thank you so much. Sorry. Other ladies, if you want to join and try and compete against Amber, please be our guest.
I don't feel that in authority to
come on, man.
answer some. No, please, I want to learn from you guys. Please.
Amber, what's the question? Come on.
There's the
Amber.
14 years old. It's a question age.
No, that's not Amber's 14 years old. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
If it is, it's a age to do questions, not to make assumptions, especially about climate. Okay.
That's a huge respect. Oh, come on. That is respect. We always respect everybody. Come on. From today. I feel really humbled. Come on, we are humble. We are humble really humble that you are with us. Even though in the beginning as well we were going at one another, but eventually sort of you realized that we're only promoting positiveness, and this is what we do. We honestly, really just we try to keep as humble as possible, as straightforward as possible.
Christianity and Muslim or any other religion, it's not to be imposed as agenda on other. It raises a question in my brain.
Well, put it this way: religion in itself.
I think she still didn't do.
You're halfway through it. It raises a question in my brain, and the question is: Come on, Amber. We're waiting for the question. Oh, we're getting excited now. Give us a question. Here we go. And the question is?
What is religion? It's an individual thing, or it's about bringing society together?
This is
as a Christian.
Yeah, but I think if you talk about the whole the cycle of, you know, why religion, what was its original point, and I think everything, you know, it's a belief. It's a belief. It is something that is extremely personal. If I talk about myself now, okay? So Karmo, since meeting Karmo, when I was a kid, I grew up in a very religious household. My parents are still very, very religious household. But when I went overseas and saw the way that the world was, and learned a little bit more about history of the world and actually how religion has actually affected in positive ways and in negative ways as well many aspects around the world even today. It pulled me back, it pulled me away from religion. But since meeting Karmo and us discussing many things, I've started to really warm up. I'm very Buddhist. in the sense that I don't practice aggression or killing something, anything really. And we got into this topic about when we were in the park, of being extremely humbled with everything that we have around us. And I was sitting in the park, and on the camera stand, on one of our camera stands, the spider, really cute little spider, jumped on. And Karma said, it's so easy. Explain to me, to destroy something, it's so easy. It's
two-step process.
Two-step process. It's find and destroy. And this is also the same as, if you want to kill anything, it's just find and destroy. It's just two processes. It's very, very simple. But if you look at the opposite side of the coin, which we always try to find the opposite side of the coin, to live is something really hard. It takes a lot more effort. It takes a lot more of your resources. It takes the passion and the drive and the willingness and the willpower to want to live, to want to make a better. And if we look at this want to make a better all the time, I believe personally myself, from having this conversation, it really made me think and really think again. What Karma was speaking about, this great passion that he has for religion, and I think every religion has its own little aspects that us as human beings have certain feelings and certain criteria and certain moral values. And so, for example, a person that might find it in Buddhism might not find it in, in the Islamic religion, might not find it in the Catholic Church, or otherwise in the Libertarian, in the
Hindu. Or
that's right, Hindu,
whatever.
Or Lutheran Church, or the Jews, or whatever the case is. There's so many different belief forms out there. I mean, let's say, for example, it's not even religious. Okay, if I can take just another extreme, Karmo. Another extreme, when people that are completely not religious or claim not to be religious, okay, but absolutely idolize a certain movie star or a singer, okay, they absolutely idolize the person as being the god, or she is the thing, or he is the thing, okay. Well, this, in a sort of funny way, it's not religion as such, but it is a belief.
It is a form of belief.
It's a form of belief.
It's a cult.
That's right. It's a cult, okay?
A cult of the personality.
That's right. And if that what makes you happy, right? If that's what makes you happy, then fucking let that be something that's happy.
Just let me put
Please.
one part. If we could have a cult for some human figure, if we don't mirror our personal actions through something who is heavenly,
Right.
or transcendent,
Right.
we are just mirroring the mistakes of a human being.
Yes.
So when it's about belief, first, there is no religion without faith.
Yes.
And faith, it's the belief in the unknown.
Right.
You can't rationalize this. You can try.
Yeah.
If you are arrogant enough,
Yeah.
you can find some explanation
Right.
for something that you don't know. You think it is. Religion is about personal experience. Okay? I'm gonna give you an example. Okay? It's the only example I can give because I know what is inside here and here. My religion is I'm Christian and I love everyone. And because I love everyone, I respect everyone. I want everyone good. Doesn't mean that I don't believe in justice.
Right.
Doesn't mean that I don't believe that some actions should be taken. It's not about this. It's about a natural love who I feel for the people.
Right.
It's an empathy. And I believe religion, it's something to make you free, not to make you a slave.
And we'll get into that freedom part right in a second now.
And when you have a religion that, for example, I'm a Christian, but I think I'm not being, some people just like to,
Keep putting all the butter on it.
No. I think it's really beautiful and admirable how Muslims, they are dedicated in their faith. They every day they have their time of praise. They have a very requires discipline,
That's a lot.
and their discipline most of the cases it comes from the love, because they love, they want to please God, because they love, it's like they love like a father. I want to do because my father loved me, so I want to please my father.
Yeah.
And I believe again in the principles of the nature, okay, that it's what connect us, liking or not, having religion or not, it's what connect us. And if we don't have love to each other, doesn't matter religion or anything.
Yes.
Doesn't matter anything. I think I was simple enough.
Yeah, and if I just add on to that, you know, this love that you have, like I said, you know, before I came to come and do live stream over here with Conmore, I was really, really excited about coming, you know, and then feeling this really, really good
You're welcome,
feeling,
Amber.
really feeling this really, really good feeling that we have, you know, because I know that I'm going to be meeting my friend. I know that we're going to be doing live streaming, and this is this wonderful feeling. And if we don't have a strong feeling, this wonderful feeling of love that we have, how is it possible that we would ever
Yeah.
be able to project
To
to all of
share.
you? That's right, project to you guys.
Okay, Amber said my still part of my question. It's a individual level or it's about society. Start as individual. Really, faith, they believe in the unknown. It's completely individual. If you try to, you can preach, you can share what you're feeling. It's up to people, believe or not. But the problem is when you try to make people swallow like the goose putting fat to make
Yeah,
a
that's
foie
right.
gras.
Make foie gras.
Doesn't make any sense. It's unnatural. You're never gonna be able to do this. You will create one thing: hate.
You know, I've just thought of a really, really good idiom, Nanko, you know, a way of explaining. The nonsense that the rest of the world is trying to shove down our throat. They're trying to make
It's
foie
a
gras.
mental rape.
Okay, foie gras, that's right. Foie gras is actually, it actually tastes good. Whether you like it or not, foie gras does taste good. Okay, there's certain people which like it and don't like it. It's wonderful. But it's this unnatural thing that they are trying to create and trying to make everybody digest. Not everybody likes foie gras. But when you push an agenda, and I think you shouldn't push religion onto people, because religion is something very, very personal.
Yeah.
Very, very personal.
Our friend Amber said there was no reason for religion to be only an individual level. Betterment of entire species makes all the wisdom to me from religion. Let me just say, there is different religions. In Christianity, individuality it's the most important thing, because the salvation it's individual. You can only save yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't save anyone around you. So it depends on the religion. Depends. That's how varies. Depending
We have a
on
choice.
the culture, it varies, you know? It varies. But we as a humans in society, we gotta have a common law. Let me give you a very quick example. I'm gonna go again. Genghis Khan. Chinggis Khan, the real name in Mongolian pronounce. He was the only person who was able to make a society which was having most of the religions living in harmony together, because everyone was respecting a common law, but everyone was having their individual faith. So if Genghis Khan did, we can do too.
You know, if everybody's goal is the same as well, you know, you've got to, I mean, if I just add on to the story as well of Genghis Khan as well, you know, obviously Genghis Khan's army, one of the most powerful that we've had probably in humanity, and he had all these different creeds and all these different religions of people that were all together. Yes, the goal was to kill. We understand that. But if we put that just to one side, isn't that pretty amazing that even if people of different beliefs have the same goal, they are able to achieve, okay, yes, it was death, we understand. But can you imagine if you had to practice all the time, you know, good way of thinking, then it would be absolutely amazing.
And our friend said, no, there are many people I have come across who strongly feel Now, after being religious and then leaving it, thinking it's merely used by big guys at all times to make money and make human fight and come up with differences. What do you say about it? Sorry if it's too many questions. If you're more than welcome to another.
Yes.
Please stop.
Okay, if I can just repeat, if I can say,
Go ahead.
I believe that any kind of, first off, talking about the money aspect of it, I'm sure there are certain evangelists and preachers and cult leaders and everything like that, which certain people that do it for a,
There is
for financial gain.
motherfuckers in any religion.
Of course there is,
Christian,
of course.
Muslim, Hindu.
That's right.
Make no mistake.